Seems like it's working. The handshake is initiating, ramping up, and we are charging. Not bad. As you can see, this is one of those new Autel chargers. I don't know what kind of make or model this is, but yeah, it's pretty great. As you see, my speeds aren't the greatest because my state of charge is a little high for the Bolt, but this ain't bad at all. Actually, you can kind of hear the coolant flowing through the battery. I don't know what the pricing said exactly. You might see here at the end, but I think there's like a $3 fee to initiate charge. So huge touchscreen. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty seamless. So yes, we are charging. We're on the inside now, and here on the, well, obviously I have the the heat and stuff for ripping. So because right now it says I can kind of zoom in. Oh, it just disappeared. It disappeared. It did say they were getting like 30 some kilowatts added to the battery, but obviously, since we're using some for like the heating, obviously it's gonna be a little bit less. The cost is sort of pricey. I'd say it's about equivalent to if you just have like filling up the tank in your gas car or ice car. So it's definitely not like an Electrify America where especially if you have like an EA pass, where it would be sort of cost effective. But here, if you're in a pinch, it's definitely pretty handy. But I gotta love it. I love that this dealership here in Elkins, West Virginia, pretty close to home. I don't know how long ago they added this. The only reason I've heard about the charger was from plugshare. On plugshare, this location got added. I'd have to see like what date it got added specifically, but it said that there were some chargers here. I saw a bunch of different vehicles have been through here, Rivians, Hummers. I think some Bolts have also been through here as well. And they've been charging, and I want to say, I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen, these Autel chargers or dispensers are capable of delivering up to like, I want to say like 350 kilowatts, or something crazy high delivery speeds. Obviously the Bolt, will never be able to accept that, since its peak is like 55. But with the obviously the Hummer could totally accept pretty much most of that load. Assuming that it's only one on the dispenser. I assume that gets split. Maybe 150 and 150 if there was two cars plugged in. As you see, there's a bunch of vehicles here from the dealerships. A bunch of Mustang Mach-E's, and I know back here behind me there's some Ford Lightnings. I cannot speak. So yeah, this is just so freaking handy to have, because as you may or may not know, and you could obviously look on plugshare as well, West Virginia is just a barren wasteland for EV infrastructure. And besides like Tesla chargers, and as that network opens up beginning next year, January, February, etc., that will be extremely beneficial. So we shall see. We'll see how those work, and we'll explore those chargers as we get adapters rolled out to consumers. But yeah, really digging these Autel chargers. The cable management, that little arm there, it kind of swings out, super handy. Payment, worked, just one time. I did tap to pay. And as you can kind of see, there's like a second dispenser over there. It's a little harder to get to. Maybe one vehicle can reach it, because there's a bunch of Mustang Mach-E's here blocking this whole section right here. But really digging this place. Shout out to Elkins Fordland here in Elkins, West Virginia. Whoever's idea this was to put a fast charger here in town, friggin' genius. I mean technically I don't, I could easily make it back home on this state of charge, but I'm just here. I'm supporting their decision of putting fast chargers here because I just want to see more of these. Obviously, more level 2 charging is great as well, like at coffee shops and restaurants and stuff like that. Paid or unpaid, that's up to the business owner. But having these fast chargers where you can just get a crap ton of range in a short amount of time, obviously we need those too, especially if you're road tripping. So, dang, that charging curve is dropping like a brick. So I might stay here, charge a little bit, and I might try and update you with a little bit of a video here as we're unplugging and see what the total cost is, for our kilowatts as well that we get. So we shall find out. I did a little bit of researching as the car's been charging, and it sort of seems like this dispenser here, I don't know what its max output is, and obviously depending on the installation it might vary like by a lot, but the dispenser, like it seems like there's two different types of like maxi chargers is what Autel is calling them, and essentially for some reason this maxi charger with the big display on it has traditionally seems like the charge ports like connect on the sides, and as you see they do, but what's different is these like arms right there for the cable management. I don't really like those. Seem like they were exclusive for the next upgraded or trim level of like a DC charger, and the difference is, from what I could tell off their website, is this charger with the big screen on it, like the version 1, or whatever you want to call it, for the maxi charger, it seems like it can only go up to 240 kilowatts, and then obviously it splits, as depending on the vehicle demand and if there's 2 vehicles and etc. But then with the one that has a smaller screen and then doesn't have, it does have the arms, which this one seems like it's a hybrid of the two. But the one that has a smaller screen and the larger arms can go up to like 640 kilowatts, but I think it only does like a maximum of like 320. And obviously the split is probably different between the vehicles and their demand. But I thought that was really interesting because, and I might even like put the pictures up here for you guys to see what I'm talking about. Because it's like this one's like a hybrid. And maybe you can customize. Maybe the Autel works with these business owners, in this case the dealership, so you can kind of have the best of both worlds, because obviously, I mean, you probably won't be getting like a lot of Hummers, because I think that's like the only vehicle that can really accept well over 300 kilowatts of DC charging, so far. And yeah, I don't know, I thought that was really interesting. So anyways, I'll give you an update here in a little bit, and in terms of charging, and we'll get unplugged here in a little bit. So very nice. All right, so update, we're charging really slow. Go figure, for a Bolt. I mean, we're still pulling, I mean, obviously, because we have like the heat and stuff are ripping, so it's going to be a little bit lower charge. But we're getting, I've seen it up to like about 20 kilowatts, but it is dropping like a brick. We've got a little bit of charge added on the battery, but as you can see, again, I don't know how accurate this would be, but it says we'll be at 80% in 35 minutes, and we're already, pretty close to 75%. We're maybe at like, I don't know, 70, 74, 72, 73, something like that, 70-something% charge, as we're getting pretty close to 75% right there. And so yeah, I think we're gonna unplug. I mean, obviously, we're definitely not going to do up to 100% charge, because we would be here for another hour or more. But I just want to add a little bit to the battery. Again, just support the charger here, and hopefully to kind of encourage places especially in our state, to keep building out this charging infrastructure. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hop out. We're gonna unplug and we'll roll out of here. So I think in there it said about 20 kilowatts we're getting, and we'll go right here. So on here, not much of a difference. Obviously, it's going to say a little bit more since we're doing the heat, and there might be a little bit of battery conditioning going on, but it's not super cold. I think it said it was like 50-some degrees, and we've been here 21 minutes. Charging fee is almost $10. Well, sorry, $9.50, and only 9 kilowatts. So I think we're going to go ahead and stop it. And yes. Like the LED bar on the top. There it is right there. And I don't know if we get like a breakdown of... Oh, you're welcome. I don't know if we get a breakdown of the pricing, because I am pretty sure... I'm going to try and do this one-handed. Oh, that was rough. I don't know if there's really a breakdown of the cost, other than just the total cost. But I'm pretty sure it does state there's like a $3 starting fee. There we go. So, cable management is nice, just the cables with all these fast chargers, they're a little bulky. Here's a pricing screen, this might tell us. No pricing information, use the app. Well, the problem with that is, and that's another thing I can discuss, is the app I've used, because I had it downloaded and I made an account just to get prepared, just in case the payment terminal doesn't work. The app actually doesn't show this charger like here, or a charging stalls here at all. So that might be dependent on like the vendor, in this case, Elkins Fordland. So yeah, I thought that was super interesting that it hasn't populated in the app yet, as of, recording this. So, yeah, super interesting. Overall, charging experience is good. The speeds aren't the greatest because, it's the Bolt. You can only expect so much, especially as we're approaching, 70-some kilowatts. Obviously, our mileage efficiency ain't that good because we got the winter tires on and the weather's been colder and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, these Autel stalls are fantastic, and obviously anybody can charge here. You don't need a Tesla, like the stalls out in Weston and Fairmont and Charleston and those locations until obviously next year when we get adapters and the network opens up. But again, Elkins Fordland, fantastic, super handy to have these chargers here, and yeah, overall a little pricey, but having reliable infrastructure is a win for everybody, so I can greatly appreciate that.